Alcoholism is affecting today, like society today.
Well, I think it gets out of hand. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
A lot of people get out of hand with it, but if everyone keeps it under control, your own house or whatnot.
So how do you think like $2 bar shots and that's like affecting it?
A lot of drama on bikes downtown.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. Like.
Youth who engage in drinking under the age of 16 are much more likely to become dependent on alcohol in their later years.
Yeah, sure, I started drinking when I was in like grade 7, and I just do it on the weekend. Like, sure, I got like sick a couple times, but it's not like a big deal. Like, yeah, I was in the hospital last weekend, but, you know, like, it's fun, and like, just good times, just drinking, and like, I don't know why people make it such a big deal. It's not like I'm an alcoholic. Psst. Affecting people in today's society.
You know, that's what it always does. But.
Do you think like cheap alcohol, like $250 bar shots and that type of thing is like adding to it, or
no? Because they're raising the price.
People are gonna pay whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really matter.
So you think once people are at the point of alcoholism, they'll just do whatever to get drunk,
No,
basically.
for sure.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like you see the Listerine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it doesn't really. They don't care.
So, do you think it's common in today's society, alcoholism?
Yeah, but it depends sort of where you grow up.
Many Canadians who suffer from depression resort to alcohol as a form of temporary relief.
Back 2 years ago when the mines closed, I turned to alcohol as a form of relief. It was the only thing I had. It just kept me going, but now it's become such a burden on my life, and I'm stuck with it, and I don't know where to turn, and it's hard. Halifax's downtown scene adds alcoholism, or is it something more done on your own time type of thing?
I think people are going to be alcoholics no matter where they are.
Yeah.
I'm from a small town, and I know plenty of people that are far worse off than people going to me.
Yeah.
Right. How would you define alcoholism?
Somebody who requires alcohol, and if they go without it, they start to see problems. Problematic if they go without it.
Alcoholism is not one to discriminate. It can be anyone. You can pick them out on the street. It's not something that you can just see someone and know that they have it. And yeah.
Most of my friends think that I have this picture-perfect life. Man, are they wrong. They don't know that in reality I'm drunk half the time. Alcohol is an escape for me from my daily life, from taking care of the kids.
I want to go to McDonald's!
Quiet, Timmy! To dealing with my husband, to maintaining a job, keeping the house clean. It's an escape, but I'm worried that it's gonna add up and just consume my life. I really don't know what to do.
Okay.
Do you think alcoholism is like is a gender bias and like?
Do you think it's more common with males or females?
It used to be, but not anymore.
Yeah.
How would you define an alcoholic?
There's very, very much different levels. Some require it very much, and others can be a weekend alcoholic.
Right.
It's when you crave it.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thanks, man.
Right.
Wasn't that last clip really interesting?
It's really neat to see how Canadian society feels about alcoholism.
I know, right?
Fascinating.
Do you think alcoholism is like a gender bias, like more males or more females?
Partaken.
I think it's a gender bias. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you think that's more so now, like living in today's day, like say 50 years ago, would it be more males?
I think 50 years ago would have been more males.
Or be more males like out with it, like would females try to hide it? Then?
I'm not sure. I imagine it would have been more socially acceptable for males to be drinking 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I think it's equally acceptable.
Many alcoholics choose not to get help because they're shamed by their behavior, but in fact, they should go for help because it's the right thing to do.
And there's many programs in the community to get, like, for them to go get help, like Alcoholics Anonymous, MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, even your peer counselor Or like guidance counselor.
Yep, if you're in high school, you can go to your guidance counselor. Social workers, addiction counselors.
Even your local church. Like, there's lots of places for them to go. For you to go if you're an alcoholic.
And a lot of them are, and you can choose to be anonymous with it, so...
Yeah, it's not like you have to go out there and, like, put yourself out.
And society should, like, accept, alcoholics and, or, like, be what am I trying to say?
I think what you're trying to say, Allison,
is that
society should not turn a blind eye to the alcoholics. It should be more generally talked about in today's society.
Yeah, because it is so common in society, and it shouldn't be avoided because people are embarrassed by their behavior, or it should be addressed by society so that people will be more inclined to get help, the help they need.
The help they need.
Yeah.